pass about ready to get us going. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Ready?
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Alpha, sit on. 180. Ready, shot. Ready, sit on.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Jackson. And that's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Deontay Hardy back deep. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They start the drive with Cook. Room here to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Stop. Look out.
Allen going to fire quickly and get it to Diggs out wide. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 53 yards. And the Bills are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Jackson now. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Ready, shot.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to, and if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Jackson's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
On the quick, ready?
Now Jackson. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Andrews. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said, take the 3. But it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And the slot man goes in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. 15 yards that time and a Buffalo first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And again, it's Allen. That's complete to Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 5. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Now Jackson off the bootleg. He's got a man, complete. And all the way up to the 46. First down now, but that clock rolling.
No, we changed it. Shut up.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Hey. Hey, Ozzie. Shut up.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, I give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
No. Hey, let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
This one into the hands of Aguilar.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Go right here. You change it.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Alert! What's that?
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Finding Knox there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Allen and Knox teaming up there for a Buffalo 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Look out!
Allen running the option to the left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Odafe Oweh so quick. And he gets to him there behind the line. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
A run there with Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the night. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers, 82 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, Now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, here's Allen.
Shakir hauls it in.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Allen.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
DC, ready? DC.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. Here's Jackson to throw. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Jackson from the shotgun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. To throw again is Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Edwards is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Sit hot.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
What are you? Ready, shot. Hey. Ready, shot.
Dobbins will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Patrick Ricard
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Ravens use the short field to get in for 6. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. The quarterback will keep it himself, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Jackson now.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Justin Madubuike firing across the line there and planning him for a loss.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone, and he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On target to his man, Likely. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores, want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Report!
Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Ready, shot? Well, we got to scramble, brother. Ready, shot?
They go play action with Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Jackson to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Look out!
They'll try the middle with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
5 wide. What's that?
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
What's that?
Now Allen off the bootleg. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
What a shot! 13. Shot!
Here's Jackson.
Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Pick made by Terrell Bernard.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Flush to his right. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs. 26 yards.
And the Bills have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. One last shot for Jackson.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
Down the right sideline. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.